Alright guys, welcome back to Ravenport. This is episode 4 on our series here. Today we're going to be actually working on one of our, or actually both of our fields here. So this field has corn in it, field 18, that we bought for our home garage, whatever you want to call it, where we keep all of our implements and tractors and whatnot. This field is actually ready to be harvested. It is full of weed, and I think it only has, it only has one stage of fertilizer, and I don't actually think it needs to be plowed, and it does not need lime, so we're good there. 21 is on its third growing stage, I believe. Yes, it's on its third growing stage, and it needs to be fertilized. And I actually don't know if that field has weeds either. It does have weeds, so we will be possibly buying a weeder today to take care of that. I don't know if the crop is too established to use it. We'll see. But first I want to get field 18 at least starting to be harvested, because we can put that on a worker while we deal with field 21. So we're actually going to have to lease a header today. I don't want to buy the corn header because it is 17 grand, and we're not going to be really doing a whole lot of corn in the beginning here, and I don't want to. When we eventually do corn, we will probably have a bigger combine, hopefully, to be able to afford, or not afford, but be able to buy one of the bigger ones. So I'm not going to waste the money on this. So we will just lease this to save some money. Yeah, so it's only going to cost $1,300 to lease. We are definitely going to get at least $1,300 out of that field as far as corn. So let's just drop our header off here and go and grab the other. We're going to switch to it. There we go. All right, we'll drop this off, and we will go and get the one we just leased, and we'll get this at least on a worker. We'll do a few rows here so you guys can kind of see for those of us who haven't seen the corn header. The animation is really cool, actually. It kind of pulls them in. You'll see. It's cool. But yeah, so we'll get this field taken care of and hopefully turned around today as well, because we won't have to bale it or anything, and we have all our tools right there to be able to do it. And that field is going to be, like I said, it's going to have to be weeded. We definitely want to keep the weeds out of our fields because it's a 15% yield that we lose for having weeds. Okay, so we're just coming up on the store here. Another thing that I want to try and get done today, if we can, if we have time, is to possibly get these bags of lime and this one bag of seed out of here. I want to take it over to our little area where we keep our stuff. We can hopefully, I was like about to say, oh man, we bought the wrong header. No, we got it. So it is a very small header. It's basically the width of the combine itself. And I don't know what it was, but I've noticed that traffic has finally started coming through here. I might have not seen it in previous videos, and I'm sure you guys are screaming at me like, dude, the traffic is right there. But yeah, so it's good to see that that's working. I don't know what was I did notice traffic in the northern part of the map. In the last episode when we were in field 7 working on that contract. I just hadn't noticed any down here. But yeah, so we'll get this taken care of. Hopefully we can make a decent little profit off this field. I mean, we did pay money for it, so it would be good to see some of that money come back into our bank account. I don't think we'll be doing any contracts today just because we do have to deal with our own fields. I think the key being that we're just starting out is to get our fields turned around as quickly as possible to maximize our profits as far as crops go. So we will get this going here. We need to unfold the harvester here, and we'll go cab view. Kind of see the I don't do cab view very often. I'm gonna start trying to do more cab view because the cabs are. I mean, there's a lot of design that goes into these. Oh, and another thing before I forget to mention, I know there's a lot that I'm mentioning. I'm going to try and make it now where our episodes, each episode is one in-game day. So as of right now, I am running the time at ×5 because I do not want that other field, field 21, to grow any further. Because if it does, we won't be able to get 2 stages of fertilizer on it. What happened last episode is we slept through the night at the spinnery there, and in doing that, the field grew a bunch, and we never fertilized it at all. So, yeah. So that's where we're at. So I'm gonna keep it at ×5 for now, and we will hopefully run it at about ×15. Hopefully that should be good. But we can just kind of do it dynamically, whatever we need. Okay, so we're gonna get this stuck on a worker here, and we can go deal with our other field over here. We're getting a decent yield out of this. We're probably gonna have to empty this when it goes possibly up and down 2 more times. We'll see. But yeah, you can see that this field does have weeds in it, which isn't the best. But being that it does have 1 stage of fertilizer, basically the fertilizer and the weeds are gonna negate each other. That's what I was trying to think of. What I was trying to say there. But yeah, so we need to jump in a tractor here and get this field weeded and fertilized. So let's actually see if this is too established. I don't know how established it is. Okay, so yeah, this weeder should definitely be able to do this. So if we go into the store here, to weeders, wherever those might be. Let's see here. I'm still getting used to the new store. Believe it or not, it's actually, for me, a lot harder, and there's weeders. I always look for red, and it's blue. So I think we'll end up probably just going with this one here. This is 3 more meters, but I can't justify the price difference there. This one is really nice, actually. If we were going to go for a bigger one, I'd probably just go for this. Now, the nice thing about this one here is it actually can plant grass and cover crop and canola. So this has kind of a multi-purpose weeder here. So we're just going to actually buy this. And I'm not leasing it because weeds are definitely something that basically you have to deal with in every single field. So it's gonna just pay off in the long run. So yeah, I will go jump in a tractor and I will see you guys at the store. Okay, so we are at the store here, just backing up to our newly purchased weeder. Another thing that I just realized is we're actually going to have to put the narrow top, the narrow tires on this tractor, because if we don't, then we're gonna destroy our crop. So we have 2 options actually. We can modify this at the store, or we can go ahead and purchase the workshop here, which isn't actually that expensive. For some reason, I was thinking that was like $70,000. So we'll actually just go place that down near our starting area. And I realize that our starting area, like where we put all our tractors, is kind of small. And it's going to have to probably move in the future. And what I'm thinking is when we do have a decent income, we can actually just buy or probably convert field 18 or maybe even field 21 into like an entire area where we have a house and stuff like that. I don't like field 18 because it's really sloped, and what stinks is you can't I wish you could make it, like the leveling, the ground leveling to me is awesome and all, but I wish you could make it where you could have your building kind of run with the ground. I get most people want a level driveway or a level shop, but I think being that we're just parking tractors on it, it wouldn't bother me that much to have an unlevel garage floor. Okay, so we need to place this down here. I actually don't know where we're going to place this at. Before we do this, let me turn this on so we can see the price. But I'm thinking possibly right here. Yeah, if we move our case here. I don't know if this is... okay, it is already up. I'll move this out of the way. We'll just stick it right here on this piece of ground. And turn that off. Turn that back on. Oh wait, let me disable the thing. Okay, and then we'll turn that on. And we can buy our workshop here. And see if we can rotate this around possibly. I don't know if we can. I want to keep that as low to the ground as possible. It's not really area here that's allowing us to place this. Okay, so we kind of got our workshop down. I couldn't get it to fit anywhere else. We might have to do something about this. It kind of did it weird. The ground, I put it as low as it would go, and it really just made the ground like crazy. But I wanted to keep it where it was away from the field. It wouldn't go. I was trying to, I'll show you guys here. I was trying to place it up here somewhere, and it just would not go anywhere. I don't know if it was because of the trees or the ground was too uneven. I thought this piece of ground right here was pretty flat, and it just wouldn't go. It was saying it was colliding with an object, so I don't know. But nevertheless, we got it placed down, so we'll detach this here, and hopefully it'll allow us to, I don't know if it's going to grab the weeder or the tractor. No. We might need to pull the tractor closer. Let's see here. Lord, that is a steep hill. Yeah. Yeah, this is going to be fixed. I don't like how this turned out. Hopefully we'll be able to do something about it. Okay, so let's put our narrow tires on here. So the thing about this is the first set of tires that go on here are going to be. Can we not put narrow tires on this? I guess there are no narrow tires for this tractor. Okay, we'll have to go do it for the case. I'll be right back. Let me grab the case. Okay, so in the middle of going to get the case, I noticed that he was stopped, so we can empty this out real quick. So yeah, well, it looks like we'll get about 12,000 liters out of this field, roughly, which is decent. I think corn sells, we'll check the price here, but I think it's a decent price. Let's see here. So we're getting 12,000 liters. Corn, that is here. So yeah, no, that's not corn. This is corn, yep. Okay, so yeah, still, 874 at the port grain elevator, which I believe is up here, yep. Okay, so yeah, that should all fit in one trailer, hopefully. But yeah, I'm going to go and grab the case, and we'll put it at our workshop over there. I'll be right back. Okay, so I did manage to grab the case here. Let's try to navigate on our very uneven terrain. And hopefully we can put the road crop tires on this. Wheel setup. Whoa, that's... So we can do that. Yeah, this is what we want. Or no, this is what we want. Yep. So the good thing about this is, even though we're spending $1,000 now, we will own these tires forever now, as long as we have this tractor. And we can upgrade our engine too, and we can change whatever we want. As long as we have the workshop here for only the cost of parts. So yeah, we'll grab the weeder here and try not to fall off the cliff here. Yeah, I like like I said before, I like the ground editing, but it's kind of, I feel like it's a little wonky. I wish it could kind of show you a preview of how it's gonna turn out, but I don't know. Okay, so we'll just navigate up to our field here and start de-weeding it, and hopefully The crop has not grown anymore. No, it has not. So we'll get this all unfolded and get this unweeded. Yeah, I do like that they added it where the weeders now are actually useful, because in the previous version of FS, the weeders were kind of useless. They didn't really do anything. But as you can see, it is indeed removing the weeds. Yeah, so we'll get the weeds. It's very important to keep your field as weedless as possible, because it does begin to hurt your yields really bad, profit-wise. So I know I do this a lot, but I'm going to put this one on a worker, because I don't want you guys to have to sit through me just driving a tractor through a field full of weeds. It is nice. I like it, but I want to get some other things done. We have a lot to do today, and I just want to try and get as much of it done as we can. So the plan is I'm going to, did you guys, wow, Lord, yeah, it's gonna have to go. I messed up on that. We're gonna deal with that. We'll have to do a contract, make up for it, and move that somewhere else, because it's ridiculous. So yeah, I'm going to take the John Deere and go and fill the fertilizer up with fertilizer, and we'll bring it over to the field here, so that when that tractor's done weeding that field, it can just hitch up to the fertilizer and fertilize it, because it already has the row crop tires, and so does the fertilizer. So yeah. So funny thing here, I noticed, I was actually going to just empty this really quick. It looks like if the helper, the AI helper, drives through the field, it does not destroy the crops. I saw it doing that, and I was worried. I don't know why it was driving through the field. It has, I guess it doesn't have that much room to turn around. I guess it was thinking that it was having to back up to the field. So that is a nice feature. I thought I'd just show you guys that. Okay, so we're just at the store here. I bought 2 bags of fertilizer, and hopefully that should be enough to do that whole field. I know the fertilizer goes a much longer way than the lime does. I could be completely wrong saying that, but I recall it going much further. If we run out, it's not that big of a deal. We'll just come back up and get some more. I think the combine is almost done harvesting that field, so we can probably go ahead and throw this tractor onto the planter and getting it planted. Although I do think it actually needs lime spread and stuff, so, well, no, actually, I take that back. I'm sorry, we looked at that in the beginning of the episode. It does not need lime spread, so we can probably just plant it, and it'll be good. So I was looking at the map there, and that field 18 actually does need plowing, because it looks like it did need plowing before, if I'm not mistaken. And because we just harvested it, it now does need plowing, because this must have been like the 3rd harvest. Or actually, no, what it is you have to harvest, in FS19, you have to harvest after you plant corn and some other crops. I forget, I think potatoes and sugar beet are another crop, and possibly sunflowers. So yeah, that is why we're having to plow this. But this shouldn't take any time at all. I'll speed through this. It looks like the combine is almost finished. And I know that the helper up there just finished, or the worker up there just finished the weeding, so we can get him started on the fertilizing. I know as I said, we're hiring a lot of helpers here, but they really do help out. When you're trying to do as much as we're trying to do here, it really helps out having help around the farm. And I know it costs money, but it is it's definitely worth it in my opinion. So we'll just get this tractor hooked up to the fertilizer here, and we'll get him fertilizing. I like using the workers for fertilizer, especially because they usually get a really good coverage as long as the field is super square. Um, and I mean, we could definitely do it ourselves, but um, I don't want. We can do the first little bit here. I just don't want to do the whole field because, like I said, they typically get really good coverage. So yeah, it looks like if you look in the bottom right hand corner there at our usage, it looks like it goes a lot further than the lime, so that's good. Um, so yeah, you can see it becomes darker there. I don't know if it shows up in the video. It becomes darker on the field there when it is fertilized. All right, so yeah, we can get this put on a worker here, and I'll let him finish the field. We need to go and empty the combine over there. I kind of just let it go to the end, and then that was that. So yeah, we'll let this fertilize this field, and we'll take care of the combine. So yeah, you can see there in the upper right, we just had our wage payment for the whole hour. So it was $543. I don't think that is really too bad if you think about it. I know I mean, that is $500. That's a lot. But I think in the grand scheme of things, being that we are doing so much work, I think it's not really that much. And we need to also return this header here. We can call the leasing company, and they can actually just come get it from our farm, since they charged us so much to rent it. So it looks like we actually only have 0.05 hours on this header here, so we will only be charged for the hour that we had it. We won't be charged like multiple hours, so that's good. So that's returned. So if we take a look at our map here, so this is getting plowed, and there's field 21. The reason this is fertilized up here is because we did that before with the plow when we were plowing that section. It seems, I don't know if it missed a bit there, or okay, no, it didn't. It was just updating. So this field is done, and now what we can do is probably put this tractor on a. We can figure out how we can get these pallets from the shop of lime and seed over to our area here. I'm thinking we can put the front end loader on that tractor and buy a pallet fork and bring it over here. So just in time, actually, this field I believe is in its last growing state. If we look here, I came over here. Yeah, so we actually should just fertilize this again right now. And I'm actually going to speed up time here to times 15. I know that we're kind of toward the end of the episode, but it'll help out. So in the next episode, we will start on a new day. That is my plan from now on, is to start each episode on a new day. So I will just go ahead and let him or her, whoever we end up hiring, do this field one more time here. And it looks like we only used 400 fertilizer, 400 liters. So he should have plenty. If we look on the map here, we should see that it's getting a second stage of fertilizer. What are you doing? Huh. That's a very odd route to choose. Yeah, I don't know what was up with that. Let's take you out and let's see if we can restart this on the correct route. I realized what was happening actually is that first section there is already fertilized, so it thinks the entire field is already fertilized. So we'll just start it on this side actually, and it'll detect that that's already fertilized and just make that kind of its boundary. So we'll just turn it around here and get it put on a worker. I was wondering why. I was like, that's a very odd route to choose. Let's see if we can. There we go. Seems like that's working fine now. Okay. So I was actually in the shop and I was looking at our forklift here. It is $37,000, guys. It's a cool. I like the feature, or the new edition, I should say. But I can't justify us spending $37,000 when we can just buy for about $2,000. We can add a front end loader on one of our tractors and buy a a pallet fork. So I'm going to, and plus we can probably also buy a trailer for that value. So yeah, we're gonna wait to do this possibly till later in the series when we have more money. Okay, so this tractor is done fertilizing over here. So I'm actually just going to put we should be able to put the weeder there on the front of the tractor and take it over to our yard there. And in the next episode, this field should actually be ready to harvest. And we should have no weeds and it should be 100% fertilized. So this should be a good harvest in this field. Okay, so I bring the case over here back to our workshop, and we're just gonna stick our standard tires back onto it. It shouldn't cost us any money if this will click through here. Okay, and then I guess we cannot put a front loader on this tractor, so we'll have to switch it with the John Deere here, and that tractor we should be able to put a front loader on. We will have to see. So I'll bring that tractor over here and I'll be right back. Okay, so I brought our John Deere over here, the 6230R, and it does appear we can put a front loader on this, so this will be our front loader tractor. So this will cost $1,500 to do, but it is a lot cheaper than buying a forklift or even a telehandler. So I put the case over on the plow, and that's going to plow, and we're gonna go over to the store and pick up a front end loader as well as a pallet fork and some sort of trailer. So I will see you guys over there. Okay, so I just bought the front end loader for this tractor and the pallet fork. I have yet to buy the trailer because I was actually gonna do that live for you guys, because I know I have a few. I think I have one trailer downloaded, the old trailer from FS19, the giant updated for FS19. So that we're probably gonna go with that trailer. I'm not sure yet. And I didn't make this pallet fork John Deere green because it was a little more expensive, and I think the front end loader was $5,000. So we're trying to go easy on our money here because we are only down to $100,000. So if we go into our trailers here, I think it'll be in baling technology, if I'm correct. Yes. So we have this option here, this option, and that's, I believe those are it. So we'll probably just go with this one here, the Flegel. Yeah, we'll probably just go with this right here. I kind of like that. It's no extra cost to us, so yeah. So that should be able to load our pallets on there nicely, and we have the straps and all for it. So I will begin putting these on here, and I will do a quick time lapse of this because this could be actually sort of tricky. So hope you guys enjoy it. Okay, so we're just on to our last pallet here. As you'll see, I had a little bit of difficulty. The pallet forks got like stuck in the ground. I don't know what was up with that. I've had that happen a few times. I think it's the bounding boxes of them or something that get underneath the ground somehow if you come at a certain angle. But other than that, it's gone pretty smoothly. It did fling a pallet off the side too. So hopefully that will be a little bit better in the future. Either that or I'm just terrible at it. I don't want to mess this last one up. There we go. Okay, so now if we can just Yeah, we should be able to tie these down here. I don't want them flying off our hard work. Okay, so now we can just take these on home to our spot, and we should be good. So yeah, we're only at 84,000. Next episode, um, we will actually. I'm gonna sell the corn next episode because we do have that. So that should take us up near 100,000 hopefully. I've also decided that we are not going to plant field 18 here until next episode because this episode has been quite long. We did get a lot done. That field will be ready to harvest. So what we'll probably do is put a tractor on this field, planting it while we harvest that field over there. So that will be good. But I think we're gonna wind things down here. I really appreciate you guys taking the time to watch, and I hope to see you in the next one.